What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Fall in Line Podcast. If you guys can please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. That's where the magic happens, right behind me. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to another episode of Fall in Line Podcast. I am your host, Ross. I'm here with my guy, TT and Austin. Fellas, how we feeling this week? Let them know how you're feeling about your team. I'll sit this one out because my team had a bye week. Thank goodness. We needed it. TT, how you feeling about the Cardinals this week?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how last week went or anything the rest of the season. You know, it's a fresh season. You know why? Because 10 is back. Mm-hmm. That's all that matters, is the best receiver in the league, in my opinion, is back. Number 10. Season starts fresh. We out here.
Verse, I'll be yelling at our audience like that. He's back for my fantasy team too, so I'm hyped about it.
Same.
How you feeling about your Patriots?
I'm feeling good, man. They just continue to surprise me week after week. You know, we took the Packers in OT, and then had a couple good wins after that. So, sky's the limit for the Bailey Zappi.
I don't have nothing to say. I had a great week as a Lions fan. It's our favorite week of the year because for some reason we always have a bunch of injuries and we're playing bad, so we needed the bye week early. Before the season, we were complaining about an early bye week because we didn't want football to stop that early. But now that we're in season, I'm like, all right, cool. Bye week, we needed it. We needed a little break.
For sure. Get Swift back possibly, it sounds like.
Exactly. So, not to brush over last week, let's talk about our surprising teams here. And I'll start with that because I was very surprised and impressed. We'll do surprising and impressed in the same one. I was very impressed and surprised by the Steelers. Them beating Tampa. I thought they had no chance with the rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett. They did what they had to do. They played good defense. They played good enough offense, and they won the game. And that was very, very surprising to me and impressive.
Go ahead. Yeah, mine was the Atlanta Falcons. Would have never guessed that they would have beat a good San Francisco team. Mike Smith only had one incompletion all game, which is just insane, and I did not see that coming at all. So
I'm going to go with the New York Giants. I know it's not necessarily so surprising. I think it's more surprising that they came back, they kept their composure, got their first interception of the year on Lamar. The Ravens blow another lead. Giants look real, man. I like it. Danny Dimes looks good. Saquon looks great so far.
They do. Yeah. Honorable mention to the Jets, too. I mean, I've been pounding the table all podcast on them saying that they're a better team than people think. I said they would cover the spread. I did not expect them to play the way they did at Lambeau. That was awesome. So honorable mention to them. They didn't get a shout out, but they're getting one now. So, moving on, guys. We had a rough week with our pick'em. We, especially me, I will start, hand up. I went 5-9 on the week. That is terrible. It won't happen again. I apologize to the viewers. They had to sit through that. I was sick.
Yeah.
I had foggy brain. I was sick. TT went a solid 7-7. Was that enough to finally get the belt? It was not. My boy Austin went 8-6, and I am handing the belt back to him as we tie it up at 3 wins for me, 3 wins for him, and still sitting at that bagel at the end of the table there.
That's back
TT, will this be the week? We'll find out.
It will be. I'd just kind of letting you guys do your thing.
You let us get a 3-week lead, each of us.
It's a wrap.
I appreciate that. But we did have some comments that also hit their locks. Shout out to Z-Raw. Zach hit his lock. He is now 2-0 on the year, actually. He hit 2 locks. And we also had Tank hitting the Falcons, which was a great pick. Falcons +4, I believe. And he hit that. Zach hit the Bengals. Those were 2 very impressive picks. I hit my lock. I am sitting at 5-1. So if you're following me, you're betting off of my locks, you're welcome. TT is sitting at 2-4 after hitting his lock. That's 2 in a row, I believe. No, it's not?
No.
Well, you've hit 2. That's a lot better
than
than
the Chargers last week.
It's a lot better than Austin now sitting here at the bagel. 0-6 on his locks. If you are watching this podcast, we beg you to fade Austin anything he picks on the locks. Because you would win a lot of money if you tailed me and faded him. You'd be sitting pretty right now on your bank account.
Yeah.
Will this be the week?
This is the week.
This is the week.
And studying all week just for this lock.
One can argue I'm the most consistent with the picks and the locks. I'm just saying, maybe that belt should be for something else. I'm just kidding. You got the belt this week. It's all yours. But let's move on. Let's move on to another week here. Week 7 coming in hot with finally another good Thursday night football game. They slacked the past few weeks. Now we're back, starting with the Saints at the Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 1 in this game.
I'll go first because Arizona absolutely killed me last week. They were my lock. Took them in a couple bets and they just let me down. How do you put up 9 points against the Seahawks, who don't even have the best defensive player? Hopkins is coming back at the best time, but I still think that offense just needs to gain traction because it's not it right now. So I'm going with the Saints.
Saints and Jameis is back, right?
Yep.
Jameis is back.
Olave might play, still questionable.
Yeah, those concussions are weird. It's all about how they bounce back. All right, I'll follow that up. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here. I think it's going to be an emotional primetime game with their best offensive player coming back. Yes, he's their best because I'm not giving Kyler that praise right now the way he's been playing.
Yeah.
D-Hop is the best player on their offense. He's coming back. I think that they're going to win an emotional one at home. I think that this is going to be the turning point of their season. They got that in-season Hard Knocks. I can't wait to see what's been going on inside that locker room because they're disappointing so far. Sorry, TT, but go ahead and follow that up. I'm picking the Cardinals, though.
You guys just kind of hurt me with all that trash.
I mean, spot the lie.
When you put up 9 points against the Seahawks,
Yeah, spot the lie.
I know who your quarterback is. I'm going to go with my lock of the week.
Oh.
D-Hop's back. And when D-Hop plays, it feels like we just know how to play.
A little biased there.
He's been biased all year.
It's not even biased, man. It's just like if you watch us with Hop playing, we look better. It almost seems like Kyler has a better connection with Hop than he did with Hollywood. And
I would hope so.
Yeah, because Hollywood got moved down.
He's out now? He's
out.
Yeah, his foot or something. They got Robbie Anderson, though.
Yeah. Robbie Anderson.
Is he going to be good to go on Thursday? Probably. I don't know. That's a little short.
It sounds like he is playing, though. Like
How much, though?
He's ready to play.
Yeah.
Is what I should say. But the Saints also have a lot of injuries still that are questionable, banged up people. You got Landry Thomas, Dalton Winston, Ingram, and Marshawn Lattimore are all questionable. So I think most of them will play, but I still think we pull it out at home.
I'm counting on you guys. I just picked you guys.
I did that last
year. You guys have burned me every time I've picked you guys. Just saying. All right. Moving on. Now you guys can hate on me a little bit. We got the noon games on Sunday. Lions at Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 7 in this game with the expected return of Dak Prescott is what I've been hearing. He's been practicing.
I believe he came back he practiced today. Sorry, I'm scrolling up to find the Cowboys list at the moment.
Determined, it says here. Regardless, I'll start this one out because I don't care if it's Dak playing or Cooper Rush playing. Cowboys are going to win this game. It kills me to say it. I love my Lions, but they're on the road. They're off a bye week, and I hope that this bye week sparks something in that locker room. It sparks in their practice. Amon-Ra St. Brown came out and said they tweaked some things at practice, and the players love it. They're doing more one-on-one stuff with players, a lot more competition. I hope we're a little bit healthier. I want to see a better showing. I don't think it's enough to beat the Cowboys no matter who's at quarterback. Unless somehow they don't have Cooper Rush either. I don't know. But, I'm going with the Cowboys in this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys as well. I think they bounce back after the tough loss to the Eagles. But that Cowboys defense is just so good. Been shutting people down. So, yeah, I like the Cowboys in this one.
Yeah, Cowboys. I just think personally right now they're playing better ball. I don't necessarily know if I don't think they should rush Dak back in. Let him heal up.
Yeah,
you don't want to risk anything big. Cooper Rush is playing fine.
He looked bad last game against the Eagles, though, but
he turned it around though.
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson looked good.
Oh yeah.
So we'll take the Cowboys this week.
It does say Dak is determined to return against Lions, so We'll see. It's not really up to him, though. Falcons at Bengals. Bengals favored by 6 in this game. When do you guys start? I've started, and I don't want to keep doing that to you guys.
So the Falcons did look good last game, but I'm going with the Bengals. The Bengals have looked good the last couple of games, besides the loss to Baltimore, which they only lost by a couple of points. I just think the Bengals have more talent. AJ Terrell for the Falcons did leave the game last game. Falcons played, but I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals too. If AJ Terrell doesn't play, I don't really know who they have at corner. Maybe Jamar Chase has his, I don't know if he's really had a breakout game this year.
Last game, he went off.
Just
went off last week because I was facing him in fantasy. Good thing I had my guy Burrow. Jamar Chase went 7 receptions, 132 yards, and 2 TDs.
Okay. Well, that might be the start of him starting to take off. Cordell Patterson is out too also. You got to think of with the Falcons. But, hey, they beat the Niners last week, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bengals as well because of that. Jamar Chase and Burrow having that breakout game, getting that win. I'm excited for what's to come for my fantasy team with Burrow. I think he really figured some stuff out there. I like what they look like right now. I think that they beat a team like the Falcons right now. All right, Colts at Titans. Titans favored by 2.5 in this game. Go ahead, TT. It's tough.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Titans. I just the Colts, even though they won last week, still didn't really impress me at all. I know JT was out. I don't know if he's back or not. I haven't really heard anything.
He was limited in practice last week, and then
he's still questionable on my list right now.
Being limited last week in practice leads me to believe he's most likely going to play.
Yeah. So I know the Colts have a couple injuries between Shaq Leonard. Mm-hmm. You got Naheem Hines, who is their backup out, but I think the Titans pull it off.
Yeah, I'm going with the Colts in this one. I think that offensive line is finally putting stuff together with Deion Jackson going off with 100 and something yards?
Something around there.
Yeah. 79 receiving yards, 42 rushing yards. So I think that offensive line's finally figuring it out. Matt Ryan's finally getting the concept of he just needs to be a game manager. He doesn't need to go out and win these games. He just needs to do enough to let the defense win them these games. So I'm going with the Colts in this one.
And don't forget about the emergence of Alec Pierce, too, as well. He's looked good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Titans in this game. I like the Titans at home. Pretty simple. I think the Titans win this game. I'm still not impressed with the Colts, even with their win against the Jags. I watched it.
It was a sloppy win.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on to Packers at Commanders here. Packers favored by 5.5. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. Give me this hammer, because I'm locking this one. Give me the Packers minus 5.5. They got to turn it around, and they know it. They're not as bad as their record, and they're not as bad as they've looked recently. I did say last podcast that the Jets are a better team than people think. I think that holds true. I think that they proved that, but I don't think the Packers are as bad as they've looked, and I think there's no better team for them to turn it around against than the Commanders. So I expect the Packers to win this one and win it big. Give me that lock of the week, minus 5.5. I'm 5-1. Take that into consideration when you're making your parlays and bets.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers as well, with Heineke in there most likely for Washington. I think the Packers need a bounce back week if they want to turn the season around. So I'm going with them this week.
I don't think that them losing Carson Wentz is a downfall either. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I think it's a simple week for the Packers. This is a game they should win, gotta win, and they will win. Simple as that.
Love it. All right. Bucks at Panthers. Buccaneers favored by 11 in this game. That is a huge spread for NFL football.
Yeah.
But simply it's because the Panthers don't know who they're playing at quarterback. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys can look real quick. What were the stats of the Panthers quarterback last game? It was really bad. Buccaneers have been playing below average especially for their expectations. So I'm going the Buccaneers in this game to win this one handily. I do think minus 11 is huge in the NFL, but I mean, if there's a game to cover it, it's this game.
10 for 16 with 60 yards.
60 yards passing.
And that was...
And then Jacob Eason came in and went 3 for 5 for 59.
So I would assume Eason's getting the look here this week.
Yeah.
But I don't care who it is. Buccaneers win this game handily.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think Tom bounces back from a loss and gets this win easily, even though it is in Carolina. I think he needs to just have faith in his weapons instead of throwing the ball downfield a little bit more. I think the age might finally be, I hate to say it, but it might finally be catching up to him.
I don't think it's the age.
Till the playoffs come around.
What do you think it is?
I think it's his wife.
Hot take alert.
He's got a lot of family things going on at home. It's
Allegedly,
yeah. I think the Bucs win, but like you said, 11 is a lot in the NFL to cover. I think that it will be closer than that. Just to screw it off for everyone, it's probably gonna be a 10-point win for the Bucs. But I just no quarterback. The team is in disarray for the Panthers right now. Wilkes is an awful coach. We had him in Arizona for 1 year. I didn't like the guy at all. Tampa wins this.
All right. Giants at Jags. Jags favored by 3 in this game, which was a little surprising to me. I know the Jags have been playing really well this year, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Yeah, I think the bookies know something that everybody else doesn't. So for that, I'm going with the Jags. I think that they bounce back from the loss against the Colts. ETN finally looked decent. He just had an awful start at the beginning of the year, and I think if he gets that connection with Trevor Lawrence, his old college teammate, they can definitely do something. So I think the Jags defense shut down the Giants offense and get the win.
I like the Giants in this week. I mean, they just keep winning and winning and winning. They look better, it seems like, every week. Brian Daboll is a nice coach. Really nice coach. He's got that team under control.
He's electric.
Yeah. Saquon is got the legs just turning, man. And Danny Dimes is making plays when he needs to make a play. The defense has looked sharp so far, I think. I mean, they just look better. They look good. And it's crazy to say that we have the two New York teams that look really good this year. But give me the Giants.
I'm going to go Jags in this one. I like you said, their offense is coming together a little bit. They lost an ugly one, but I think that they bounce back this week. And, the Giants are a good team, but they got to come back down to earth sometime soon. It's getting a little crazy. I don't know why I would think that the Jags would be a team to humble them and beat them, but I like the Jags at home. I think this is basically a pick-em for me, and I like the home team. I also like that offensive weapons that the Jags have with Marvin Jones, Zay Jones, and then they got ETN, as you mentioned. Trevor Lawrence is looking a lot better.
Christian Kirk's been a big weapon.
Christian Kirk has been good. They got Evan Ingram too, right?
Yeah,
they got some weapons. I'm going to go Jags with this one. All right. Moving on. Let's go on to the Browns at the Ravens. Ravens favored by 7 in this game at home.
I think with the way that the Patriots just beat up on Cleveland, I think Baltimore has no issues at all beating them, so I'm going with Baltimore in this one. I think Lamar has a field day, and he needs to find his wide receiver because really now he has Mark Andrews, and J.K. Dobbins isn't doing much. It was mainly Kenyon Drake, so I think that offense bounces back this week.
I feel the same way, actually. I'm going to go Ravens as well. I think that the Ravens lost a game last week they should not have lost. Lamar made a very stupid play that lost him the game, throwing an interception at that point in the game with the lead on your side of the... they're 25 almost. Terrible throw. And I think that they come out fired up for this divisional matchup and they win this game.
Yeah, I think a good point that you made was the way that the Pats embarrassed the Browns last week. You guys put a whooping on them, and the Browns, I think, are kind of starting to hit that downfall that a lot of people thought they would with Brissett at QB. So I'm going to take the Ravens here. I think this week they actually get a big lead and they hold on to it, hopefully, because they've blown some games that they definitely should have won.
I did see that Goodell had a conference today, and he said Watson has done all the things he was asked to do, and he's on pace to return right after his suspension. So there is that notable news here. You heard it here first on Fall in Line podcast. Unless you didn't, then you heard it here second or third.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what he does with Chubb in the backfield and Murray Cooper.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to watch.
They could be dangerous. And they've stayed afloat is the big thing so far. All right, let's move on to the late afternoon games, starting out with the Jets at the Broncos. Broncos favored by 2 here. I'm going the Jets because there is a large question mark on the Broncos right now. And I'm not even talking about just their offense. I'm talking about their quarterback position because it came out today that Russell Wilson might be injured. He might be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they go from there because he hasn't been good this year, but no one really has on that team. Melvin Gordon got benched after the first drive last night. No one knows why, including him. He said in an interview, he said, I thought I could have helped out the team, but I guess they thought otherwise. So there's a little tension in the locker room there. I saw a video come out. Jerry Jeudy was basically like complaining to Melvin Gordon on the sideline, and they were agreeing with each other. So with Nathaniel Hackett, whatever's going on there is not good, and now they're going to lose their leader in Russell Wilson. And the Jets are playing really good football. I think that there's going to be some. I think that they lose this game. Here's my hot take alert: they're going to lose this game, and some people are going to get fired, cut, or traded after this game on the Broncos. I think that there's going to be some turnover, and this is going to be a statement game saying something is wrong here, something has to change.
Yeah. No, I can completely agree with you. The Broncos, I mean, they're in such a disarray right now. It's unreal.
They got to be the most disappointing team of the year so far.
I would say
for expectations.
I would say so. You bring in the quarterback and pay him $250, and he just flops. I mean, nothing is.
And they have weapons. I don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
They have
the weapons. Melvin Gordon shouldn't be sitting on the sideline. You guys they're acting like he's playing bad ball. And he's getting no blocking whatsoever.
And if he is on the sidelines, there should be a conversation on why. When he's been their leading rusher the past 2 years, you tell him why he's not playing. Yeah. You got a guy that you're playing out there, Latavius Murray, who they just signed off the street a week prior.
Yeah, and if you watch him, Latavius Murray had some good runs last night, but he needs someone to counterpart with him, and they had Mike Boone in there who was awful. Yeah. Awful. I don't know if he really got past the line of scrimmage.
I don't know what message was sent to Melvin Gordon. I know he's had fumbling issues, but man, that was a terrible way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, the way the Broncos are playing, you got Jeudy, who's supposed to be a weapon, who's getting 3 targets a game. You got Sutton, who's only getting 3. They look awful. I think he had like 5 passing yards or something in the second half or something like that. Yeah. I got the Jets, and I think it's not going to be an easy win, but it's going to be a win where the Jets control the whole game. You don't ever see the Denver Broncos really get into stride. Yeah. And then, like you said, Hackett could be gone.
I'd be surprised if this spread isn't favored by the Jets by the time kickoff happens.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Austin. We took all your time. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. There's not much else to say. I mean, I'm going with the Jets as well. The defense has looked good. Wilson's done enough. He let me down in fantasy, but how about that running back they have too,
Yeah. The rookie, Breece Hall.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Jets in this one.
Boys, I think that's the most fired up we've gotten during this podcast right there, dude. We were fired up.
It's disappointing to talk about the Broncos right now.
Yep. All right, so let's not. Texans at Raiders. Raiders favored by 7 in this game. I'm going to keep this one. This is my short and sweet of the week. Raiders win this game. Shout out Patois. Garrett the Rapper on Instagram. He's getting a shout out every time. And Trey. 2 Raiders fans I know.
Yeah, I'm going with them as well. They've looked kind of sketchy this season, and the Texans have looked good, but I think that eventually that offense needs to come together. Eventually that connection between David Culley and Devontae Adams needs to be fully in sync, which you've seen some big plays from them this season, but they just need to start winning games.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the week that the Raiders pull a win out. I will say this, though. I think the game's going to be closer than what most people think. I think a lot of people would say the Raiders win by, probably a touchdown or more. I think this game's going to be close. This is because of Dameon Pierce. I love that kid. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. But give me the Raiders.
All right. Seahawks at Chargers. Chargers favored by 6.5 in this game. When do you guys want to start this one? I'm I'm torn.
Hopefully the Chargers get some injuries back. They had a lot of injuries. Not saying that's the reason that they looked bad last night. They just offense wasn't clicking. I think they end up winning, and I think Herbert finally throws a touchdown. Was it 57 attempts that he had last night without a touchdown, which is most ever attempts in a game without a touchdown?
I think he's only had one other game in his career where he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass or something along those lines.
Did you guys see that thing? So DraftKings boosted the odds from -700 to +100 for him to get one passing touchdown. And I can't imagine the people that put money on that, because I would have.
I did.
DraftKings?
I didn't put it on. I put him to get a touchdown though. It wasn't through DraftKings, but. Give me the Chargers in this one, though.
Yeah, same here. I mean, the Seahawks have been arguably my most surprising team this season.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like that LA Chargers team too much. They just have way too much talent. I think Justin Herbert just needs to get healthy. He just doesn't seem... Every pass downfield, it looked like it was just going to double coverage.
He's in pain, yeah.
Forcing it, and... Yeah.
I'll bite. I'll go with the Chargers here as well, but I'll take the Chargers at home, but I think it's going to be closer than that 6.5 spread. If the Seahawks win this game, I will not be shocked, but got to go with my heart on this one and say Chargers, but I expect a better performance out of them than when I saw it last night.
Yeah.
They came out of there with a win last night strictly because Russell Wilson couldn't figure it out in the second half. You said 15 yards.
Yeah.
So I'm going Chargers this one, but it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. Chiefs at Niners. Chiefs favored by 3 in this game.
I'll go because you can pass me that hammer, and I'm going with the Chiefs to bounce back.
Come on, hit it. Come on. Chiefs. Change something here. You got to get on the board. Come on.
It's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Tomahawks.
Tomahawk. I think the Chiefs bounced back this week. They had a tough game against the Bills, which they could have won, but a couple big mistakes at the end of the game. And I think the Chiefs finally found their number one wide receiver in Juju Smith-Schuster. 100+ yards and a tutty. They still haven't gotten Clyde going.
Edwards-Helaire.
And then with San Francisco, Jimmy Garoppolo threw 41 passes, which you just do not see out of that team. They only had 50 yards on the ground. So I think San Francisco is just a little bit of a mess here now, and Chiefs bounce back. Not much else to say.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough game. Niners play really good at home. I'm going with the Chiefs. Like you said, the Chiefs were right there with the Bills, who we've had nothing but high praise for. The whole nation has had nothing but high praise for, which is well-deserved. They are a great team. Chiefs are also a great team, and they showed that they're still up there with the big dogs. I'm going Chiefs in this game.
Wow, so I'm 0-6, and you're taking me. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm also riding the Chiefs this week. If I wasn't such a biased person, the Chiefs were going to be my lock this week. I thought the Niners looked... They looked bad last week.
Couldn't stop the Falcons.
Defense didn't look like they wanted to be there. Yeah. Give me the Chiefs. They cover the 3. They bounce back.
Perfect. All right. Sunday Night Football. Steelers at Dolphins. And it is, from what they're saying, going to be a Tua-led Dolphins. Mm-hmm. So they're getting their starting quarterback back. They're at home. It's a primetime game. They're already fired up about their team and how good they've looked at offense. I'm fired up too. I'm going with the Dolphins. I do like what the Steelers are turning into with Pickett. Is he going to be healthy? Because I know Trubisky had to come in the second half of that game. So Kenny Pickett gives them a better chance. Trubisky made some very clutch throws against the Buccaneers to win that game. So I think that they're going to be all right no matter who they have back there. But I'm going Dolphins regardless.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins as well. I think, like you said, that team is just going to be fired up with Tua back. The
crowd's going to be nuts.
Yeah, the crowd's going to be nuts. I think that offense is just going to be too much for them. And I don't know if Minka's going to be back. I believe T.J. Watt's still out though, so yeah, look for the Dolphins to put up points.
T.J. Watt's got to be coming back here soon though.
Yeah,
it's got to be sometime soon.
Yeah.
Right now Minka is questionable. Kenny Pickett, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin said that Pickett remains in the NFL concussion protocol, but the rookie quarterback has cleared to participate fully in Wednesday's practice. So I don't know why he's still in concussion protocol, but
yeah. Don't touch the quarterback.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins win. Steelers beat the Buccaneers last week, who I think the Buccaneers are just a little bit of a stiff team right now.
Say the word. Go ahead.
What?
I know what you want. You want to call them overrated. I could hear it coming out of your mouth.
I do, but it's hard to call Brady overrated. Like, I don't want to jinx myself.
Right. It'll come back. You're right.
So, yeah, give me the Dolphins in this one. I think Tua comes back mad.
I agree.
I hope. And I hope Waddle goes crazy because I need him to.
All right. Monday Night Football. The Bears at the Patriots, with which Austin is going to let us know who their starting quarterback is going to be.
It is looking like Mac Jones will be back.
Since Mac Jones is back, I don't care if they had Bailey Zappi. I don't care if they had Mac Jones. I don't care if they had the skeleton of Tom Brady after he retires 30 years from now. I'm taking the Patriots in this game to beat the Bears because that Patriots defense is for real and that Bears offense is not. So I'm going Patriots in this game. I think -9 is pretty heavy, but I think the Patriots getting their starting quarterback back at home, primetime game, same reasons why I'm talking about the Dolphins is the same reasons why I'm talking about the Patriots. They're going to come out there fired up, ready to win that game, and they're going to win that game.
I'm going to take the Pats in what's going to be an ugly Monday night game because, the Pats are just bad.
Wow. Belichick doesn't play an ugly game.
Hot
I'm
take
sorry,
alert.
I just had to say because you dissed my team earlier. And I'm still a little hurt. No, the Pats.
I'll get in on this hate. Matt Patricia, I don't like you.
Right, thanks, man. No, Pats win this one easily. They got a top 5 defense against the worst offense to ever play the game of football. And that's simply what it is. Pats score one time and probably win the game. So
yeah, I think it's obvious, but I'm going with the Pats as well. Justin Fields just did not look healthy that last game. It seemed like every other play he was picking himself up off the ground, and if Bill sees,
he looks like he's hurting.
Yeah, either that or I think he's kind of giving up on the team a little bit.
Hot take alert.
I think Bill absolutely attacks him and sends the blitz. So look for Justin Fields to continue picking himself up off of the ground.
Matthew Judon, 2 sacks.
Yep.
I'm going to call it a bad weather game. That's be my prediction. There's going to be bad weather for some reason.
Primetime in Chicago is always bad.
It's in Foxborough.
Yeah, hopefully no snow, but who knows?
All right, with that being said, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm giving a shout out to my boy Cade Cunningham. Go ahead, boys.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're going to do basketball this week. Let me get Jabari Parker.
NBA starts tonight, bro. Jabari Parker.
Jesus. Let me get Sam Knight.
Hey, you were going to say Decker, bro.
I thought you were going to say Sam Decker, too. All right, give me that helmet. I didn't get a haircut. I apologize. I know I update you guys on my haircut, but I didn't get one.
You need one.
So, give me that dang helmet. Thank you for joining us for another week. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us. Comment. Join the raffle. We're begging you. It is a $50 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is comment your lock of the week and you enter the raffle. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. Shout out to my guys one more time. Austin, put that belt down. It's mine next week. Peace.